Still at the APW Festival, still wandering around backstage, and look who I bumped into this time. It's James and Emily Haynes from Metric. You guys sounded great earlier.
Oh yeah, thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah, we had a good time.
That's cool. Yeah. How is it, you guys? Do you enjoy doing the outdoor gigs?
So much. This summer's been really fun. We got to play in Sao Paulo. We got to play in New York. It could be worse.
That's great. Now, how about you, James? As a guitar player, it's always hard to see your effects in the daylight. Do you have any trouble with that?
Well, you know what? I'm like thankful for stages that don't face the sun. It's kind of nice, but you always have to build a little tape thing around it too. And there's always that moment outdoor stages where you like hit one chord and the breeze is blowing and you like look at the sky and you're like, yeah, this is great. That's what I wanted to do with my life.
Oh, that's so true. Now, you guys are getting ready to go back in, and you are recording right now, and you're recording in a very historical little spot.
Yeah, we're actually mixing our record at Electric Lady Studios, which is the Hendrix spot, and we're mixing on this giant purple SSL, which is really cool. The place definitely has, as our mix engineer calls, mojo.
Now, in today's performance, somebody could say that you guys actually had mojo today. I know, Emily, you were wearing that gold thing. What got you, inspired you to wear that?
Actually, I designed my stage clothes with a friend of mine, and we just kind of came up with something that was like kind of athletic, but like colorful and sort of like superhero like Tarzan. I don't know, something that's like fun and irreverent and doesn't take itself too seriously.
Your Project Runway worked. It was beautiful. It was really cool. And then when you came off the stage at the end, I think everybody was really surprised. You were sort of going high-fiving everybody.
Yeah, I was just looking for my boyfriend.
That's really cool. Now, do you guys have like a favorite song you're playing live right now?
You know what? It's weird for me right now. It's the song "Empty," which definitely went through like about a year. It's on the last record, and it went through a year of me really not enjoying it at all. And recently, it's just become something else. I don't know. It's really fun to play. Yeah.
For me, it's "Satellite Mind," I think, which is a song from our new record. That's our stoner rock jam, inspired by a late night, unexpected oral observation of my neighbors at the Standard Hotel in Los Angeles. For a funeral, and it was really one of those moments that stuck with me, and we recorded. I got off the plane and went straight to the studio and recorded the song. So every time we play it, I think of that.
Oh, that's totally cool. Now, how did you guys get involved with APW?
Well, we played Coachella a few times, and every time we go to LA and do shows, we sort of have a relationship with Golden Voice and Paul. So it's those guys are great. They just make great festivals, and they're some of the best promoters we've worked with. So I was just like so happy they asked us to play this one.
That's so cool. And you guys looking forward to seeing any acts today?
Hell yeah.
Pregnant pause.
There's kind of like a lot. Like we just caught 2 seconds of the Black Angels show, and they were playing with us last night. We played this party, and I think Virgins are on after them, so I hope I can go check them out.
And Animal Collective, that was cool. They were playing while we were doing a photo shoot where I was hoisted into a tree, so it was this like whole like nature, supernatural vibe.
Yeah, it was like the wheat blowing in the breeze. And what are those little flowers called? That you were
Black-eyed Susans.
The Black-eyed Susans.
That's our side project.
Jersey's good for that. We got a lot of it. Garden State, right?
That's the idea.
That's so cool. Now, let's see. I guess the other thing I could ask you too is, are you looking forward to seeing Radiohead tonight? You know, the headline.
That's kind of the given. You know, it's like it'd be like, I just want to see Radiohead. It's like, well, yeah, you and the rest of the city. So
Yeah, and even though it's obvious to say, I do feel like every time I think about it with Radiohead, I'm really grateful to those guys for what they've accomplished and what they represent to people. There's no sense like for Metric, it's like we won't be Radiohead, but we can find our version of that, and people who serve as inspirations. It's like Kim Gordon for me from Sonic Youth. She doesn't make you want to be like Kim Gordon. She makes you want to be like you,
right.
And those are the people we need to look to that don't inspire, conformity and fear and covering your ass and stepping on your friends. It's more of this, this atmosphere of being brave and realizing anyone can create what they want to create, and there's an audience for it, and there's room, for everybody. I like that vibe.
Totally.
One of my favorite things about playing festivals is walking around the stage and seeing all the other bands' equipment and what they're doing and how their stuff is set up. And one of the things we had this whole conversation about was Radiohead has their own water cooler on stage, so they don't use bottles of water. I mean, how rad is that?
That's it. That's the beginning. That's what needs to start happening.
It's amazing.
Exactly.
I didn't see the road case for that thing, but
No, but you know what? You could probably like live in the road case. We're in New York. You rent it out for.
We'd also look at Johnny's amps, which is pretty hot.
Like $3,200 a month.
So true. All right. So when's the new record going to drop? When do you guys plan on having it done? You're mixing now.
I think the official date is soon.
Soon. All right. That's cool. How soon is now? As somebody once asked, right? Hey, and I didn't want to like leave your fashion out. Let's see. Vintage V-neck tee and Wayfarers. Nah, that's not a good fashion choice, James. Yeah, right. I think you might be.
Classic works. Classic works.
Well, listen, thank you guys very much for taking a few moments and talking with us, and good luck with the new record, James and Emily.
Wicked.
This
Thanks.
is James and Emily from Metric, and I'm Doug Vannoni, and this is APW.